Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Now Watson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Chargers 7, Browns 0. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
2nd down and goal. Watson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Browns nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Off of play action, it's Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Parker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 17-0 our score after 1. Yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A give to Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On second down, here's Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Watson now to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On first down, it's Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Flushed out right. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1. Watson.
Got a man, it's Mims. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score. Chargers 41, Browns 6.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. It's Kelsey on the ground. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson off play action. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in this.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Devin White, the linebacker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chargers 45, Browns 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? Fights through, and now a crease. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability.
Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And now it's second down. Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
breaks through the contact. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A toss right to Henry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance according to Next Gen Stats.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down. Here we go. Ready? Check. Pick it up. 45.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Parker that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On second and goal, Watson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 15-1. Browns 12. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Henry again on second down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Browns on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on fourth down. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and...
Touchdown, L.A.! DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 66. Browns 12.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it will come out to the 25. He will not attempt to return. The Browns drive about to get started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Now look out, Griffin hit and he lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts,
and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball, because you're going after him.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. On 1st down, Griffin. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine. Ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 73, Browns 12.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is RG3. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. After the interception, here's Watson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Here's Griffin. They'll roll him out right. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. And Watson's going to throw it here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Browns drive about to get started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to...
Evades the tackler and now some space. Landry, agile footwork. And all the way down to the 26.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
176 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing now, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Watson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chargers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1.